Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see how we go with this. This was given to me, this thing. It's got some nice little things to say. Let's see if we can make it look any good. Gonna leave it on 100. Yeah, my yellow toner is about to run out. I've got a spare toner cartridge around for it. Let's see what it is we're photocopying. It says here, freshly picked words, 2021 16-month calendar. Yeah, it's got lots of like affirmations like follow your dreams, they know the way. And that's what I'm doing, folks. I actually am following my dreams. And dreams alone can't get you over the line, but you got to believe in following your dreams anyway. You can't just let the world stop you from doing it. You got to fucking, it's got to be, you got to fucking dream. Only thing is about dreams is you got to know what you're going to dream about. You know what your place in this world actually is. You got to know what this place in the world is. Otherwise, your dreams will amount to nothing and they'll never come true. And they've got to involve helping humanity as well as making a dream come true for yourself. So you got to have, it does come with some strings attached, but it's well worth it. So, but having a bit of optimism and positivity is a good start. But you got to go beyond that as well. That looks interesting. But basically, it can be difficult trying to follow your dreams and trying to see what place they occupy in the world, in your world. It's not as easy. It's difficult sometimes to know what your purpose is, and that's the start. You've got to start with knowing your purpose. That looks shit house. I do like this one to a certain extent, but it's not quite what I'm after. I was actually thinking of doing this differently. I was thinking of making this the main part of the job and maybe making a negative reversed image out of it. So I'm thinking I'm going to follow that. But you gotta work out what your purpose in life is, and you got to work out how it's going to impact on the world as well as yourself. You got to find out if it's going to be useful to other people instead of just yourself. Because if you do it for yourself, you're selfish. It's a selfish ambition, and we've got enough people in this world who are horribly selfish, and that kills the dreams of other people, which is not something you'd want. You don't want to be a dream killer, because a lot of rich people are dream killers. They've got the money, they've achieved what they probably think is their goal, to make a lot of money, and then they go trash the planet and trash the human race. And this is why we have climate change, folks. It's really not acceptable to treat the world and its people with such contempt. Now that looks interesting, but it looks shit. So you gotta fucking treat the world and its people with more respect. You know, you got to do the right thing by them, because it could come back to bite you, folks. You could end up with a situation where you heard of the term karma, and that this bad stuff can come up and bite you on the arse because you've been so mean-spirited and contemptible. But I know a lot of rich people don't seem to get a taste of humble pie just because they've done the wrong thing. Oh shit, yeah, we got another one, an ice cream van. It's a Sunday. They're always out there on a Sunday, pretty much. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a dream inside that truck, that ice cream truck. Now this is looking shit. It's not looking the way I want it. But yeah, I wonder what sort of dreams an ice cream vendor actually has. Sometimes I wonder. I just wondered now. But basically, yeah, you'd hope that what the ice cream person is doing is their dream. It could be their dream, and that's a good dream to have, to make people happy by selling ice cream out the front of the house. The music has a very retro feel to it. It's really goes back decades to my childhood. So a lot of people hear that ice cream truck probably knew them when they were in their childhood. Now we've got a toner out. I'm going to change this damn toner. This looks shit house. This dream thing isn't working very well. But basically, so now we're just going to change the toner. We're just going to shut this fucker up and change the toner. But basically, yeah, the ice cream truck is a real Aussie summer icon. I'm just trying to get this toner out. Sorry, folks. But basically, yeah, you often wonder if the dreams, an ice cream man has a dream, if that's what he really wants, what he's really passionate about, and that's to sell ice cream and make people happy doing so. You know, it's good to have, it's a humble job, and it probably doesn't make much money, but it sure brings a lot of joy to the customers. I forgot to shake this first before removing that thing. I'm not going to do it over my bed. I'll just put the phone down. Sorry, folks. So I'm just giving this toner cartridge a good shake. Done it. Now we just got to load it in. But basically, you wonder how, if they make enough money to survive. You'd have to do it as a passion, I'm sure. You have to set the controls back. So that's our old cartridge. We just finished our spent one. So that'll really be full. But basically, yeah, I hope that ice cream vendors do enjoy their job, because it doesn't look like a very high paying sort of a activity. Now that looks interesting, but it's not quite what we want. But I really miss someone greatly, and I'm trying to get my videos to go to free-to-air TV. We're not going to bother making a negative positive. It looks shit house, to be honest. But basically, trying to get this stuff to go to air on the television, which is really proven to be extremely difficult, to be honest. It's really hard. It really is difficult. No, I forgot to set the fucking paper tray. Shit. Fuck, I hate that stupid machine. I don't understand why they make these machines so crap. It's all about money. People like myself and Luigi we want to design a better photocopier. We can't because we're not in the industry. The industry doesn't accept nerds and geeks and toner heads. So they just accept monkeys who just like a yes people. Yes men, yes women. Yes boss. Yes boss. Yes boss. You know, that sort of shit. Crawling up the arse of the boss. And they just can't build anything decent. That's Konica fucking Minolta. So our dream has been sidelined because of the industry, the status quo. And it's just not acceptable, but it's happening. And we've got a shitty looking result at this stage. We just got that. But basically, the industry's got to change, and my dream is to redesign the photocopier from the hardware to the software to the environment. We got to make it really good, not the way that we have it now, which is all about being greedy and porkerish. So we got to fucking dream big, and we got to make sure we make this machine sustainable. And one of the things we do to make this machine sustainable is to manufacture it as much as we can out of recycled materials, mainly from electronic waste dumps in places like China and India, where a lot of stuff gets dumped. You know, we've got to fucking make a difference to this world. And when we have, and the staff are going to be working in this factory and elsewhere in other divisions, like in the office, and everyone's going to get paid a good wage, a fair wage, and a wage that's more than the average humanly acceptable wage. It's going to be better than the, I don't know what it's called, an award wage or something, but something better than the Chinese slave labour that you get currently in the manufacturing of electronics. So we have to fucking think beyond this evil slavery that goes on in factories, and I'm sure Konica Minolta are one of the guilty parties here, because this machine is made in China and Vietnam, a couple of the places. I think the Vietnamese part is the pedestal and the Chinese is the machine, and also the Japanese, I don't know where that goes. I think that's probably on the same body as the machine, but I don't know what part is China or Japan, but it's not good. And even in Japan, workers are commonly overworked, so it's not just the Chinese and the Vietnamese who are third world countries who are being treated like shit. People in Japan as well, and people die of overwork in Japan. It's a killer. So we can't keep this killing going on. We can't have this slaughter of people just to make a fucking dollar. We can't have it, folks. We just fucking can't have it. We can't have people dying of this fucking industrial diseases of overwork and underpay. It's not acceptable. It is not fucking acceptable. We have to fucking make a change. And I really hate Konica Minolta. Just like I just hate companies, corporations. I have no respect for them and their fucking status quo. So I'm fucking going to make a difference. I'm going to become also not just a CEO, but a fucking scientist. And I am going to end climate change with the science. I'm going to donate most of my money to science and humanitarian causes. And these are going to go and help fix our planet and fix the human race, so that we can all have a fair and equitable way of life, instead of just the rich benefiting, profiteering from it. Somehow we've got to make a difference, folks. We've got to make a change, but it's not as easy as it looks when you've got creepy company bosses in control who just don't give a flying fuck. And I'm really over these people, these rich people. The man behind Konica Minolta, his name is Shah Yamana. He just does suck. He's a fucktard. He can't make anything good. He can't get his workers to make anything good, and his workers, as I said, they're probably they're slave labour, but it's not just the slavery, and the people he selects are, as I said, yes people, and they're not smart people to make these equipments. They have to hire people who are a little bit thick, a little bit intellectually less than what they should be designing this equipment. So we have to fucking make a difference, folks. We have to be passionate about what we do. And we got to make lots of money to help others, to help society, to help the human race, to have nature as an important piece of, because without nature we die. The human race will die if we get rid of all our nature. We can't live without it. We have to fucking find a way to, I just get so angry, you know. I want my dreams to help others. I'm not interested in keeping them to myself. I am not. I just can't. It hurts. It would hurt me if I was told that I had to keep the money to myself. It's like, what's the point in having a fucking dream? You know, what's the point in wanting to do something and it's just for yourself? No, I can't do that, folks. I'd rather die. I'd rather be dead than deal with being a fucking selfish pig like all the other people who are in the tech industries and the fucking money grubbing. Anyway, that's come up better than I thought. I think now we can call this prolongated rant over.